His MVP. Golf swung, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb into first. Swing. Drive. It's tied. Seager smashes the ball down the line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field. Way back there. Gone again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Texas Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. Coming at you in a tight ball game, 5-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here we go. Hey, all my YouTube and X people, we got something a little bit different going on for y'all. Look, I decided to go ahead and upgrade the stream just a little bit. We're going to see how it goes tonight, see if my computer can handle it. I sure hope that's the case, but look, at this point, we got to give it a shot. See how it goes. All right. Where are we at? Let's see. Commercial break. Y'all can at least see the game day on here. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, got the fancy little ticker at the bottom. TikTok, you guys get the basics for right now. I just have not been able to move it over to Mac, or excuse me, to PC from Mac quite yet. And TikTok Studio only works with PCs, so it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm hopeful too, Richard. It's good to see you, my guy. Thank you so much. Orioles are beating the Rays 22-8. Is that what I'm seeing? Double play. Yeah, love that double play. Kaysen, what's good, man? Loved that double play. Super clutch. Super clutch. Let me mute things here on my iPad. So, by the way, watching on the iPad to take a little bit of pressure off of the computer. Hopefully it goes well. I would definitely take a Seager home run to win the game. I would 100% take that right now. Dolly, though, up right now. It's going to be a while before Siegs gets up. Maybe he'll get up in the bottom of the 9th. Kind of depends on the bottom of the order and how they do here. Shoot, let's see here. Dolly, come on, baby. Stay balanced. Look, you don't have to hit it 1,000,000 miles an hour. And Adolis Garcia on that 2-run RBI. Dude's not hitting it 1,000,000 miles an hour, but doing well. Doing well. I mean, you're just putting the ball in play. I say that all the time. You put the ball in play, beautiful things can happen. And Adolis Garcia, it's not a 110-mile-an-hour missile, but he puts it in play. And that is what you got to do in this game. More times than you don't. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Give me some feedback, by the way, X and YouTube. Give me some feedback. How are things looking? You can be harsh if you need to be. You're not going to offend me. Let me know if things are choppy, if the connection's okay. Let me know how everything looks, the ticker, the game day. Give me a little feedback here. I don't mean to be annoying, but when I try something new, I want to see if it's worth the trouble or not, or if it's making things clunky. You guys let me know. I wanted to get game day in there and not take away from anything else we've got going. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate the little bit of feedback. Let me know if anything weird happens. I need you guys' help in that area. So, look, if I get a little choppy here and there, no biggie. But if something goes terrible, let me know. Mike, good feedback. Okay, if you're on your phone, it shows up a little small, the ticker stuff. I think I can actually make that ticker a little bit bigger, so I'll play around with that a little bit. Thanks, man. Evan Carter's going to hit a grounder to second. Rangers quickly have 2 down here. This is a huge series for us, 100%. B-Daddy, what's good, man? Yeah, you got Woo tomorrow. And the Rangers actually, in the series in Seattle, they had Woo on the ropes. And just like typical Texas Rangers 2025 fashion, bases loaded, 1 out or less, and they could not get in any more than a run or two against Woo. And Seattle was able to come back in that game. I think DeGrom was a little bit off, if I'm not mistaken. It was like either DeGrom or Evo, just a little bit off. Josh Jung up to bat right now. That's so hilarious, John. I know you're not in the Discord. That is hilarious, but we were literally saying that in the Discord. Look, Josh Jung, obviously, you guys know how I feel about Jung. Think he is definitely a guy that can still be a solid part of the future, but he's been struggling. He's been struggling a lot of late. Look, the average is still under 200, even with having 4 hits in his last 2 games, not including tonight. He's going to take a ball on the outside here, 1-2 count. You just see Josh get down 0-2 way too much, right? You just get down 0-2 way too much with Josh. And that is a part of the struggles, and he's going to swing through. It's been a rough night for him, man. That's the end of the inning. I just think at this point with Josh, the advanced stats are not looking great, and I brought those up. The guy, 86% of the league hits the ball harder than him. I mean, we're just going off numbers, advanced stats. This is the truth serum for all my Josh Jung truthers out there. And it's not like I'm a Josh Jung hater, but for anybody that is insistent about Josh Jung, I don't think you got a lot to stand on at this point, besides really hoping and wishing and praying that things turn around. And I think that they can. Don't think that it's an impossibility, but it's not going great right now. Josh is definitely in a really, really bad stretch of his career. Haven't seen this from him often. I don't know what they are going to do with him to get him on track. I don't even know how close it is to Josh potentially going down to the minors or getting benched. Who knows, man? Who knows? But it's not going great. Josh obviously had an opportunity to really, really make this game super, super fun and exciting with a go-ahead base knock after being down, what was it, 5-1? Something like that, right? Forgive me, it's been a long day. Josh had a huge opportunity there and just was not able to come through. Not a great AB. You swing at the first pitch. That's what frustrated me to no end, right? Josh watches Haggerty before him. He watches a bunch of guys get on base, and then you're swinging first pitch, and you're grounding out into weak contact. And then Bedetti, you're right. You're chasing. Antonio, nobody's saying give up on Jung. And look, I know that you didn't mean that any which way, but nobody's saying give up on Jung. I think what we're saying is, and this has been my feeling the entire time on Josh, your season's hanging in the balance. Your season is hanging in the balance. Let's say, God forbid, this series doesn't go your way in a bad way. And then the following week, you lose 2 out of 3. You find yourself 5 or 6 games out of a playoff spot really quickly. And I know that there's going to be the eternal optimists out there that say it's still possible. The bottom line is, if you're in July and you're out 6 or 7 games, yeah, definitely. Anything can happen. Miracles can happen. But you're in a spot at the season right now where the trade deadline is about 30-ish days away, and you have got to start stringing together some wins. So with that in mind, my comment on Jung has been, can you really just keep waiting on the guy? You need production right now from wherever it's going to come from. You need production. And Austin, definitely. You look at Detroit, definitely. But that's rare. It's not common. I mean, it seems like, maybe one team out of 32 has some kind of epic comeback each year. It's not like 5 teams are all doing the same thing. By the way, Robert Garcia on in the top of the 9th right now. 3-2 count. Like I said, I know I'm looking down, got the iPad. Usually I watch it on the computer, but because of the new setup today, I tried to take some pressure off the iMac and do the iPad for the MLB TV. So anyways, if you see me looking straight down, at least you get the good view of the Texas T. By the way, this hat, I keep wearing it, man. They keep winning ball games. We'll gladly switch if it doesn't work out, but I'm not taking this hat off. until things do not go the Rangers' way. Yeah, look, at some point, there's not a lot of options, right? You could maybe do something drastic like call up Freeman from AAA, who's absolutely raking, right? I mean, I don't know, all of y'all probably don't look at all the minor league guys, but Freeman is absolutely raking in AAA. I mean, that could be a guy that you bring up. I don't think they're going to start Walcott's clock, not in a season where you're not sure if you're going to make the playoffs. You don't want to start his clock. There are options, right? I mean, you could put Foscue there. I'm not saying that that's the best situation either. I'm just throwing out the alternatives here. I'm just very curious if he keeps struggling, what is going to happen. I think that's going to be strike 3. No, sorry, y'all. My bad. Thought there were 2 strikes. The ticker was a little quick. Rayleigh up to bat right now, 0-2. And he's going to put this ball in play. And we're going to get another out here, fortunately. Ground ball, nice pick by Josh. What a pick, baby. Josh Smith has made a couple of beautiful plays, and I just want to say this out loud. Did I or did I not post a video today about Josh Smith and say that he is going to be a huge difference maker in this series? And here he is. He's made 2 beautiful plays. 2 beautiful plays. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Like, his fingerprints, he scored 2 runs. His fingerprints are all over this game. When we're right, we're right. We said Josh Smith was going to be a huge impact guy in this series. And here he is doing us proud. Austin, I'm with you. Josh Smith, the GOAT. Yes, sir, John. Yes, sir. Yeah, look, Eric, by the way, it's good to see you, my friend. We do that so many times. The Rangers, I can't tell you how many times we've had runner on second base, nobody out, or bases loaded, nobody out, and we either get 0 or 1 run. Josh H. Smith. Yes, sir, Eric. Josh H. Smith. Hey, Mariners fans, welcome. Like I said, sometimes I look forward to these Mariners series. I mean, I don't like the Rangers getting waxed. So I don't want to see that, but I like seeing all my Mariners peeps coming in. I don't think we've got all of our guys who usually show up for the Mariners series, but look, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Don't like Garcia coming in here. Huh? I go back and forth, honestly. Like, Garcia definitely, to me, feels a little bit more like a situational guy, like a matchup guy. I know at the beginning of the year he dominated both sides of the plate, but he definitely feels more like a guy I'd like to see match up, situationally. By the way, we're in a 1-2 count right now. Mariners have more up to bat. He pinch hit earlier in the game. So here we go. By the way, if you guys are watching at home, maybe try not to focus on the game day, talking to the people at the bottom of my screen on X and YouTube. It'll be a little bit ahead. It's always going to be a little bit ahead. So if you don't like the spoiler, just focus up top, I guess. By the way, Rangers get out of it. Fly ball to left field, and we are going to the bottom of the 9th trying to win a ball game. Bottom of the 9th trying to win a ball game, baby. Here we go. Rangers coming up. They are going to have Heim, Duran, and the man, the myth, the legend, Josh H. Smith, baby. Love it when I'm sorry, y'all. I got to pat myself on the back. Love it when I put out a video and the player just goes out and freaking rakes the very next game. I mean, occasionally, look, I just have to say this because the next time I put out a video, if the player gets lit up or does really badly, you guys can at least back me up that occasionally I do get it right here at Right On Rangers. By the way, here at Right On Rangers, we cover everything Texas sports, but we put a huge emphasis on the Texas Rangers during the MLB season. Thank you for choosing Right On Rangers for all of your Texas Rangers content. Drop a comment, drop a question during the game. We're not going to be quite as good looking at all the comments, so TikTok, if I've missed you, I'm sorry. But definitely drop a comment post-game. You can drop it again right now. I'll try and keep scanning. Look, here we go. Jung needs a reset. It worked well for Berger. Antonio, that's all I'm saying. Hey, JR, what's good, my guy? Thanks for tuning in, man. Good to see you. Stros won. Yeah, not surprised. Stros are a good team this year. Never have I said, like some Rangers fans who are just always going to not be able to be quite level-headed about other teams in the division. The Astros are a good team, man. There's no way that you can get around it. They're a very high-quality team. And what impresses me about Houston, they've got a ton of injuries. They've got a lot of injuries. And they lost Kyle Tucker. They lost Bregman. It impresses me. It doesn't mean I like them. I can respect, though, the fact that they are playing really good baseball with a lot of things working against them. So, look, that's the nicest thing you're going to hear me say about the Astros on the show today. So take it. If you're hanging out, any of my Astros fans are hanging out in the chat, take that for what it's worth. They're a quality team. And hopefully it can be a good rest of the Silver Boot back and forth in 2025. I'm looking forward to the rest of the games. We keep going. By the way, Jonah 0-1 right now. He swings at a pretty bad pitch. Brash is in the ball game right now. I don't think Brash was healthy the last time that we faced the Mariners. Eric, I don't know if you're going to be able to remember that or not, but I don't think Brash was healthy when we faced the Mariners in May. I think he was like almost back, but I don't think we saw him. Maybe we did in the home series. I don't think in the Seattle series that was up in Seattle. I don't think we got a chance to see him. Maybe we did when they came to Arlington. I'm not sure. Here's the pitch, 0-2. Jonah's going to take a ball, a changeup. By the way, like I said, the game day for all my people on YouTube and X is ahead. I've got my iPad up here, and it's behind the game day. So just full disclosure. Jonah is going to take ball 2 here. So we got a 2-2 count. And we are going to hope for the best. Get a man on. It goes a long way. Rangers have an opportunity to walk this one off in the bottom of the 9th with the top of the order coming up soon. If you can just get one guy on here, man, that would be nice. Here's a pitch. Hard shot up the middle, and Crawford can't handle it. Did that hit the base? Did that hit the base? Jonah with a beautiful piece of hitting there on a knuckle curveball, and he's going to find himself on first base. Duran's in the game already. Do you have anybody that can pinch run? I mean, I know Heim isn't like the slowest. That hit the base, didn't it? That hit the base, huh? It looked like it did. Yeah, I haven't really locked in on it, but I believe that's what I saw. Okay. Hellman in the ball game? How about that? Here we go. Hellman getting his first shot. Bunt right back to the pitcher. And, Duran, man, he almost beat that out. The pitcher kind of did a double take to second. Rangers are playing small ball? What is happening right now? What is happening? Rangers playing small ball. What is this world coming to? Rangers advance. Hellman over to second base on the Duran bunt. It wasn't a very good one. Right back to the pitcher. Not ideal, but you know what? Hellman, fast enough. It would have been a close play at second base. I think Hellman would have been safe, but I love the small ball. And Josh Smith, please walk it off. Please walk it off right now, Josh Smith. Come on, baby. Walk it off for me. Oh, I would just love if he could walk this one off right now. It'll probably be my best video of all time if it happens. Like the most accurate video I've ever made if Josh Smith ends this game right now. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but if he does, you guys will see quite the reaction. I'll just say that. Oh, 2 strikes on him quick. 2 strikes on him quick here. Oh, no. Oh, I got my hopes up too much. Josh Smith with the strikeout, man. I guess it's going to have to be a Swaggerty walk-off against his former team. That works too. Man, that would have been sick if he would have walked it off right there. I would have loved that. Absolutely would have loved that. All right, here we go. Swaggerty, 2 outs, runner on second, baby. Chance to walk it off. What are we going to do? Ball 1, knuckle curveball. Brash loves throwing that knuckle curve, man. He really does. He loves that knuck. He's thrown a bunch of them this inning. Jonah Heim able to put it into the outfield thanks to a lucky bounce. Another knuckle curve. Ball 2. That one was almost at Haggerty's back leg. 2-0. Haggerty in a favorable count here. And if anybody can get on, Corey Seager up next. 2-0 count, though. Come on, Swags. Let's go, baby. Another knuckle curveball, but this time Haggerty offers. That was ball 3. Below the zone. It's a nasty pitch. I see why he throws it all the time. Runner on second base is Hellman. Swaggerty in a 2-2 count after another swing and a miss. 2-2-2, baby. Any of my other superstitious baseball fans in the chat? That's what we always did. 2's right here. Hey, let's go. Ball 3. That looked like strike 3. I'm not going to lie. If any of my Mariners fans are hanging out right now, that was clearly strike 3. So we're going to take the gift. We'll feel bad if Swaggerty walks it off right here. Strike 3. Backdoored him with the knuckle curve. It's a filthy pitch from Brash. Look, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. That was the second strike 3 of the at-bat. So I'm glad in that way that it works out. We don't have a big scandal on our hands. I mean, look, I'll take it. I'll take the lucky breaks. Don't get me wrong. But another extra inning game. Another extra inning game. Here we go. Rangers had like 0 extra inning games through the first like 50 or 60. And now we played like 3 extra inning games in the last 2 weeks, it feels like. So here we go. Here we go. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Thank you so much. It's been fun so far. We're trying out a couple of new things. I know on TikTok, y'all kind of get the same old. Put in on X and on YouTube a little ticker. We got the game day website up. I got it framed pretty well. I'm feeling good about the setup. I'm proud of myself. And I'm proud of you guys for continuing to show up night after night. I got to say a special thank you to all of my paid subscribers in TikTok and in YouTube. Appreciate you guys. I know down at the bottom of the screen you see it, but we've been talking about the Discord that we have set up here right on Rangers. Anyone that's a paid subscriber, paid member gets access to that exclusive Discord channel. It's been an absolute blast. We've had it up and running for over a month. So if you would love to take your support of the channel to the next level, I would greatly appreciate you considering hitting that subscribe button right next to the chat. If you're in TikTok, it's $2.99 a month. Helps keep the lights on around here. Helps us keeping dunking on Astros fans as much as we possibly can. Because why not? Why not? And then also it all goes to help support me and the content that I produce here. Thanks for considering it. We don't take any support for granted. A comment, a like, a follow, a share, the watch time. We don't take any of that for granted, y'all. But again, looking to take your support to the next level, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you're in YouTube, I'm going to drop the link for you guys so you are able to copy and paste it into a browser of your choice. Here that is. And now, let's get back to the game. So we have got Ghost Runner, my least favorite rule in baseball. At least I think. I think it's my least favorite rule in baseball. There's a couple. I'm not going to get on the soapbox tonight, but Ghost Runner, since it's right in front of me, not my most favorite rule in the game. I get it. You're trying to speed things up. I think you already kind of have that accomplished with the pitch clock. I would be more than happy if they ditched this rule. I just think it's unfair. It's unfair. It almost always favors the visiting team, in my opinion. Visiting team, it's momentum, right? That's kind of what I've always said. It's momentum shifting. You have an opportunity to score first in extras. It's naturally deflating. It inflates pitchers' numbers for the purpose of history books and stats. I just don't like it. I would love to see them go away from it. I'm not a fan. I never will be. I would never will be. But look, we've gotten out of these kind of situations before. We did it, I think, last week. Hopefully we can do it again. It's not the easiest thing in the world to retire 3 in a row and leave that guy at second base. 1-1 count. Jackson on the mound. Little excuse me swing. It's going to be a tough play. Jackson, fleet of foot, and he makes an incredible play. It was not an easy, like, slam dunk ground ball to handle off the mound. That would 100% have been easy to throw away. That would have been easy to just totally eat. Jackson makes a great play there. The all-important productive out, though, for Seattle. They get the runner over to third, and we are going to have an opportunity here for them to go up 6-5 if they can match it with another productive out. Solano up to bat right now. Here's the pitch. Swing. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Duran, no. No. It is always a freaking adventure. Every time we put that guy in the outfield, I don't know why they do it. It's totally beyond me. Look, it would have been a really tough play. I think an outfielder that plays there probably makes that catch. Double play ball is going to end the inning. I hate it when they play Duran in left field. I know some people are going to defend it. It was a really tough play. There's no reason. Stop playing Duran in left field. I promise you Wyatt Langford makes that play. I promise you. Swaggerty, whoever else makes that play, I just don't get it. I know we've done some mixing and matching late in this one. I just don't understand it, man. You sub Osuna. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm assuming, and look, I was doing some setup, so I had the game on in the background a little bit. I'm assuming they subbed Osuna because there was a lefty that came on. Look, it's a tough play. I'm not going to crucify Duran. My whole thing is, why do you keep playing him in the outfield? Dude's not an outfielder. I know that the Rangers just love to do Swiss Army knife. They got the Josh Smith thing going on, and Josh Smith is an anomaly. Josh Smith is an elite baseball player. I don't personally think that they need to try and do that with everybody. I guarantee you Osuna makes that play. Guarantee you. John, 100%. Carbine, 100%. I don't want to see Duran in left field ever. Ever. And I don't know why they keep trying to do it. I seriously think they just kind of figure, hey, shoot, it works with Josh Smith, so yeah, let's send Duran out there, man. I just don't get it. Now, the positive. You kind of have to assume that run is going to score. Look, it's possible to strand the runner at second or third. It really is in the extras, but I kind of always assume you're probably going to score at least one. And if you don't, it's pretty fortunate. What I would love, though, is a Corey Seager blast to end this game. It's not going to come easy off Munoz here. They're going to intentionally walk Seager. Wow. That surprises me. That is a really interesting strategy. M's fans, if you're hanging out, I would love to hear what y'all think of this. Intentionally walking Seager, I don't quite get that. I know Corey's got a home run tonight, but you're putting the winning run on? I mean, you got Marcus Semien and Adolis coming up. I mean, I know you got a lot of faith in Munoz. Clearly not enough to pitch to Seager, but this is a really curious move to me. I'm interested to see how it works out for Seattle. I don't think I'd be putting the winning run on first base, but that's just me. Let's see if the Seattle coaching staff proves me right or wrong. Strike one to Marcus Semien. It's surprising because winning run. That's why. Winning run is now on first base. Ball in the gap, you lose the game. I probably just wouldn't be trying it. I wouldn't be getting too cute or overthinking it. I don't know. Marcus Semien sends a deep one. Center fielder tracks it, but a productive out nonetheless. Seager stays at first. You just got to stay out of the double play if you're Adolis. You just got to stay out of the double play. Mike, yeah, look, I totally get where Mike's coming from. The comment was essentially you take away the best hitter by walking Seager, and you get the double play in order. I definitely think that there is validity to that. I don't think that's a ridiculous idea. There are preferences in this game, right? Personally, I think I probably would not have put the winning run on base, but that's just me. Adolis Garcia sends a pitch foul, made some healthy contact, 92 exit velocity, but he fouls it off late on the fastball. Late on the fastball. I don't like that. I don't like that. Big Game James, hey, man. Appreciate you hanging out, brother. I was telling everybody yesterday, I know you guys don't show up night in and night out, and I wouldn't expect you to, but I did tell everybody I was looking forward to seeing some of the Mariners guys coming in. It's always fun watching the game with y'all. Win or lose, seriously, it's fun. It's all part of why I like to do this, man. Look, going back and forth with fans of other teams respectfully, it's great. They're going to send him on here. We're going to see what happens. This is going to be a close play. Terrible throw. Wow. Who's playing right field for Seattle? Who's playing right field? Luke Raley? That was a horrible throw. Like, why are y'all playing Luke Raley in right field? That was one of the worst throws I've ever seen from a right fielder. I thought that you might actually have a chance to throw out who was that? Was it Hellman? Who was that? Who was running home there? I'm all out of sorts. Shoot. Tie game, either way. I just can't even believe that throw was so non-competitive. I would have expected a much better throw. I'm not trying to be a hater. I think I'm used to Adolis out there just gunning it. That was Haggerty with some speed. So, yeah, but I figured the throw would at least have been a little competitive. Tie game either way. Tie game either way. Evan Carter on. Runner on first is Seager, so I don't have super high hopes here. Carter's going to have to gap one. It's going to have to be right center field gap. Wild pitch, though, is going to get Seager to second base. Hello. Let's go. Love that. Love that. Seager has been a little fleet of foot. Can we give him some credit? He stole a base the other night. I mean, it was a pretty big base to steal, too, in the 9th inning. Siegs, I hope he doesn't overdo it. I'm going to knock on wood saying this right now. Here we go. 2-1 pitch incoming. Evan Carter up. Yeah, you're probably right. Look, probably right. I think it would have been safe anyways. I think he would have scored anyways, but it just surprised me. It wasn't as competitive of a throw as I thought. But again, probably a little spoiled with Adolis up there. 2-2-2. Here we go. Foul ball from Evan Carter on a slider. See what we can get here. Ball number 3. Change up outside. Not really a super competitive pitch from Munoz. Didn't make it tempting at all for Evan. He spits on that one, and it's going to be a full count here. Seager, hopefully going on contact, getting a good secondary here. I feel like they got to send him, right? I mean, anything to the outfield, you got to send him. And Evan Carter's going to take ball 4 here. So we now have runners on first and second. Rangers going to have an opportunity. And look who it is. Look who it is. Josh Jung has the chance to do the funniest thing here. Make us all eat crow. And I hope he does. I hope he does. That's the thing some people don't understand about me is when I put out videos and I'm kind of, going through who's struggling or I'm hyping somebody up. If I'm ever noting somebody that's struggling, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. Seriously. It's the last thing. I do not want to be right when I highlight a player's struggles. But you know what? We cover everything about the team here. We don't just carry water for the organization when things are not going well. We call it out. When a player's struggling, we say it. It is what it is. Josh Jung has been on the struggle bus. Bro's hitting under 200 in his last 7 games. He's hitting under 200 in his last 30 to 40 games. But he has a chance to do the funniest thing right here, and also a really awesome thing, winning this ball game. So let's see if he can get this thing done. Here's the pitch. Dude, this first pitch swinging. He nailed it. He squared it up. 103 off the bat. This first pitch swinging from Jung. It's the second time I've seen him swing first pitch and getting out to shortstop. Look, he hit it well. He hit it well. I'm not going to totally rail on him. It was hard contact, 103 off the bat. But, bro, first pitch swinging multiple times tonight, grounding out to shortstop. It just doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great. 103 off the bat. That's what the truthers are going to say. I get it, but it doesn't feel great when you're swinging first pitch and you're grounding out to shortstop multiple nights in a row. Not my favorite thing. All right, to the top of the 11th we go. NHL draft tonight. Look, I'll get the highlights. Look, I had my fill with the NBA draft, and I didn't even watch all that. I just watched Cooper Flagg get drafted, get interviewed, and then I pretty much put it to bed. Read a little bit about the situation going on in Utah with Ace not showing up quite yet to do the introductory stuff. Maybe it'll all blow over, but I'm not that tuned into the NBA draft either. Once my team picks, I'm pretty much out. Yeah, Josh Jung, man. Josh Jung. It wouldn't be the worst thing. A lot of people, whenever you talk about, moving Josh Jung to Round Rock, like, they get really all up in their feelings. Bro's got 3 options left, y'all. He's got 3 options. We've got a capable man that can play third base. Josh H. Smith. We've got another Josh that can play third. He doesn't have to be in Round Rock forever, but can we get the guy down to Round Rock for a week and just do a reset? Just a reset. It's not the end of the world. Nobody's saying cut him, trade him. I've floated the idea of trading Josh Jung, but that doesn't mean that I think they need to pull the trigger. If you can get the right deal, sure. But I don't understand why everybody gets all up in their feelings about Josh Jung to Round Rock. I really don't. Josh Smith can play third base for a week and a half. By the way, Luke Jackson's going to hit Rodriguez. You wonder if that was intentional for hitting Corey Seager. Rodriguez kind of glared out at him. This is going to be an interesting thing in the rest of the series. I think that's got to be intentional. I'm calling it. I think that's an intentional getting Corey Seager back right there. I think that's intentional, Big Game James. I think y'all hit Seager. So, you know what? They're kind of going with, hey, we're going to put him on anyways, right? We're going to put him on anyways. So we're going to hit him. We're going to get one back for Seager. I got to say that seems pretty intentional to me, but maybe not. Maybe it just got away from Luke. Little too convenient, though, if you ask me. Little too convenient. Big Dumper is going to wave at one down low. They've intentionally walked Cal Raleigh multiple times today. Not going to do that here. Filthy pitch from Luke. Slider. Bottom totally dropped out of that one. 1-1 count to one of the most dangerous hitters in the game, Cal Raleigh. Incredible season he's having. Here comes the pitch. Look, fastball, outer half, middle out, and Cal Raleigh waves through it. So favorable count here for Luke. Looks like he got a little piece of it. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-2. Come on, baby, let's go. Make a quality pitch here. Come on now. Another fastball, not competitive, though. Would have liked to have seen that pitch a little bit closer. I know you're trying to be careful with Cal. I totally respect that, but You would have liked to maybe have seen them go back to that slider. Let's see what they got here. We got strike 3 on Cal Raleigh, man. What a pitch. He went back to the slider. Went back to that slider. Thank you. Go back to the slider. He waved on it for strike 1. Go back to it. Hey, look. It's like clockwork. Pull the string, baby. That's a big out. You hit, intentionally walk, hit J-Rod, and then you whiff Cal Raleigh for an opportunity here to get out of this with 1 pitch. Polanco, though, this is going to be tough. Polanco got some speed. He's going to have to mash one right at one of the infielders for them to turn 2 here. Ball 1. Hey, like I always say, it would not be a show without a Cal Raleigh comp. Maybe the only thing helping me is the Rangers gear. Feels like every show, though. Nothing's changed, by the way, for all my Mariners fans hanging out. We still get the Cal Raleigh comps just about every night. Look, here we go. We've got 1-1 pitch coming up. Curveball called for a strike. Pitch number 3 incoming. Polanco up to bat right now for the Mariners with runners on first and second. There's that filthy slider again. Bottom dropping out of it. Polanco waves through it. Excuse me. Not about feelings. It's about judging his career. Was our best hitter in May. Now everybody wants to trade him. Yeah, look, I've floated, Mike, just being real with you, I've floated Josh Jung as a trade chip. Not really because he's awful and I want to get him out of town. Really just like, hey, could you potentially get a good piece for him? I floated Matt Shaw from the Cubs, a third baseman and up-and-comer. By the way, pitch clock violation from Luke Jackson here. Not super ideal, but at least only a 2-2 count. I'm definitely not on the emotional trade Jung. He sucks. I definitely, though, think he might need a reset. I think that's okay. Slider in the dirt here, not anywhere close. So big pitch coming up here. You really don't want to go bases loaded. You don't really want to go bases loaded here. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but I'd rather not take my chances against a great team like Seattle with the bases loaded. No, thank you. And looks like they have a Rosarina coming up. And look, I know Randy isn't having a crazy good season. Pretty average. 744 OPS. That's basically average. That's not elite. That's not above average. 750 to 800. It's very middle of the pack, but still a guy that can light up the baseball when needed. And I really don't want to see him with the bases loaded. So let's go here. It's going to be ball 4, though, unfortunately. Curveball. They were trying to get Polanco to nibble. Excellent at bat from Jorge, man. I really do like seeing guys up there with a great approach. It makes me jealous. I wish that we had a few more Rangers on the squad that were able to do that. That was a beautiful piece of hitting from Jorge Polanco. Really a guy that I enjoy watching. I watched him with the Twins. I think Mariners got a good one there, and he takes ball 4. Bases loaded. Maddox out to give some love and encouragement right now. Antonio, totally. Yeah, look, Randy, like I said, Josh, perfect way to put it. That's how I feel about a Rosarina. Like, yeah, he's pretty mid by the stats. Right, the stats are pretty mid, but dude's got a flair for the dramatics. I just don't want to see him in this spot. The heart pumping a little bit. Not gonna lie, this is not what I want to see right now. He's a guy that's got a little speed too. I wonder what they're going to do defensively here. They haven't shown it on the broadcast. Looks like corners are in. I'm watching the AI, if you will, the little AI animation they've got going on. I think the corners are in a little bit. Middle infielders, okay, here they go. No, nobody's in. Josh Smith is even. Ground ball up the middle. Could be 2. Could be 2. Josh Smith with the pick. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Josh Smith. I told you Josh Smith was going to be the X factor in this series. I told you. Josh Smith, baby. the legend. It grows. Josh Smith with an all-time pick to nab a Rosarina on the double play. 3 defensive plays now from Josh Smith. The man. What a freaking amazing pick. That was sick. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I don't know how we got out of that one. I do not know how we got out of that one. I'm with you. Can we get, Caroline, thank you. Can we talk about Josh Smith, all-star, potentially, please? I know they got him as an outfielder, and it's probably not possible. Maybe he can get added as a reserve. Dude's an all-star. Dude is a freaking all-star. I tried to tell y'all before the game, this man is him. Him. Whew. I got to take a second after that one. That fires me up, man. Look, Mariners fans, I know y'all can appreciate if you were watching that live. That is a hell of a play from Josh H. Smith picking that baseball. I didn't think they were going to get Randy. I thought when I saw the ball bounce low, I just didn't know with the low throw if they were going to get him. What a play. Okay, question on Josh Jung. Like, who would you pair with him? Yeah, ideally, Josh is kind of like your ready now piece, and then you're trading other prospects. That's what I would probably be doing. If you traded Josh Jung, a ready now piece, and maybe one of your top 10 prospects, I think you could probably get something nice. I really do. Maybe you throw in a top 20 prospect and a top 10. I think you could get a pretty nice player for Josh Jung, a top 10 and a top 20. Now, again, I'm not saying trade him. I know some people are going to hear me right now and assume I hate Josh Jung and want him gone. I'm just saying, I think if you did want to trade Josh Jung, you could get a solid major league player, like an above average player, for him, a top 10 and a top 20. And I'm not talking about a half-season rental. I'm talking about a player that can be a potential franchise piece for you. I know some people are going to say, well, Josh Jung could be a franchise piece. He absolutely could be. I actually, if I'm being totally real, I think he still has a future in Arlington and is going to be a part of that future. I just think right now he's got to reset. All right, well, we can talk about Jung later. There's going to be other people that want to talk about him later in the show. Let's give Josh a break for right now. Let's focus on the guy up at the plate, which is Kyle Higashioka. 226 batting average. 2-1 count to Higgy right now. That is going to be a fly ball to right field. I don't think that's going to be deep enough. Yep, not going to be deep enough, although anybody else, I might have tested Luke Raley after the terrible throw that he had in the 10th inning. I might have tested Luke Raley again had it not have been literally one of our slowest players on the team, who will remain nameless because I said we're going to give him a break. Ezekiel Duran up now. Just not ideal there from Higgy. Higgy, I will say, I think he's got some potential. I like the pop, but he's been a disappointment. I know some people like how he manages the staff. I would just love a catcher that could hit adequately. And Jonah Heim, look, nice game in Baltimore the other day. I need consistency, though. Duran swinging bunt, and we got the runner to third, but 2 outs now. Oh, Josh Smith, you have a chance to do the most amazing thing. Just make this night even better. Come on, baby. I'm surprised they're not intentionally walking him right now. I would if I was them. I'd probably rather face Haggerty than Josh Smith. And look, I'd love to see Swaggerty up with the chance to win the game too against his former team. They're talking about it. I love to see this. Josh Smith getting some freaking respect, am I right? I love to see Big Dumper out on the mound right now talking over how are we going to pitch to Josh Himothy Smith? How are we going to pitch to him? I love seeing this. That's some respect for Josh Smith. I like it, man. It's the little things that you got to pick up on. I love seeing the Mariners respect Josh Smith like that. And they're going to intentionally walk him. I told you. I told y'all. You got to intentionally walk this man. Look, I'm not saying Haggerty is not going to perform here. I actually think Haggerty has a chance to do something really special here. The guy is chaos energy spark plug thus far for us in a Rangers uniform. Josh Smith, a lot of respect shown to Smitty. I love it. He gets the intentional pass, and now we're going Haggerty, and he's going to take ball one outside. Josh Smith is going to take second, defensive indifference like that because you stay out of the force out at second. So with Haggerty's speed, anything on the ground, it's going to be close. Pitch and foul ball. Little bit behind. Let's see here. We're lagging a little bit on game day, by the way. My bad on that. Hopefully it'll get caught up in a little bit here. Lagging just a little bit. X and YouTube on the game day app. Right now, Swaggerty's in a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. High, 2-1, 97 miles an hour from Bizzardo. And that was about, I would say, half a foot above the zone. I got to say, McJowers, this is kind of the plan, is it not? Like, you can play Smith at third base. You can work in the DH and other spots. Haggerty is in a 3-1 count, so unless they're trying to face Corey Seager, which I can't imagine you would actually be wanting to do at this point, you're going to get a pitch to hit here. You're going to get a pitch to hit. 3-1. Bizzardo's going to step off. Look, they don't want to face Seager. So you think that you're getting a pitch to hit here. Bizzardo just must not have it. If he walks Haggerty, you know he's a little off. And he does walk Haggerty. They're going to bring up Corey Seager here with the bases loaded. 2 outs. 2 outs. Seager, home run earlier tonight. Fans getting on their feet. I love to see it at Globe Life Park. I love to see it. Corey Seager with a chance to win the ball game. Fans all getting to their feet. Here we go, baby. Pitch number 1. Oh, Corey wanted that hanging slider. It was well placed by Bizzardo on the inner half. Corey wanted that hanging slider, baby. He wanted it. Couldn't get the bat around quick enough. Look, if I wasn't out in the studio right now, I would be on my feet too. Seager can't do anything with the... Oh! What a play, baby! What a play by the third baseman. You got to be kidding me. The Rangers and Mariners trading web gems. Oh, my goodness. Miles Mastrobuoni. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Rangers and Mariners putting on a defensive display. Oh, Corey Seager, man, he wanted that slider, and he just could not do anything with it. 2 times he tried to go after that slider and just could not make contact. What a game. What a game. Bizzardo got out of it, though, Josh. He got out of it. We're going to the 11th, or the 12th, is it? Now we're going to the 12th. Sorry. Might have to start brewing a pot of coffee here. Oh, my goodness. What a catch. That was an incredible catch from Miles, man. Third baseman for the Mariners. If you're not watching, tough little Texas leaguer in no man's land. Full dead-on sprint. Mastrobuoni's able to take that one right out of the air. That had trouble written all over it. McJowers, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with the pen right now. Armstrong's in the game. Somebody's going to have to go multiple innings. It's probably going to be Armstrong. And I would like to think that we're going to pull out all the stops here in a divisional game like this one. What a game, guys. What a game, what a game. Free baseball. 12 innings. You don't see this a lot. You don't see it get to the 12th often with the ghost runner rule, but here we are. The heart's beating, y'all. This is a great live. Regardless of what happens, this has been a great show. I appreciate all y'all hanging out. We're going to hope it goes the Rangers' way. Regardless, this has been an outstanding game. Everything you'd hope for a division rivalry game like this. Pitch number 1, that one was pretty well struck. Actually, not so much. It looked harder than it actually was. 80 off the bat. Rayleigh way out in front of that one. Rayleigh's 2 for 5 on the night. So a guy you got to be a little careful with here, swinging a decent bat on the evening. Pitch number 2, we're going to have a cutter way inside, trying to saw him off, but not tempting enough for Luke Rayleigh. A Rosarina out at second, so the Mariners have got some good speed here. See if we can get a strikeout. That'd be huge. Anytime you can get that strikeout to lead off the extra innings, it just goes such a long way. Ball 2, fastball, outside in this case, 2-1. We have got a fly ball to left field. Don't think it's going to do the job getting the runner over. Duran with the cannon, so you're not going to test him. He fires it in. A Rosarina staying put. That's a big out. That's a big out. You take away that first out and you don't allow Seattle to move them over. That's huge. That is huge. Armstrong, definitely a guy that I have trusted more and more as the season's gone on. I'm knocking on wood like 10 times right now as I compliment Sean Armstrong, but definitely a guy that I feel like gives you a really solid shot here. You know, it's not your day every day, but look, he's gotten 2 quick outs here as Doley camps under a can of corn. And he fires it to third. A Rosarina staying put. A Rosarina and Doley, by the way, really, really good buddies. They were showing them pregame. I'm sure it's always fun for the two of them getting together. Little friendly rivalry. Masterboni up to bat right now. He has a chance to win the game in more ways than one. Already saved the game with that amazing defensive play at the Corey Seager dying quail out down the left field line. Now he's got a shot here to put the Mariners up by 1. He's going to take a timeout right away. I don't know if Armstrong was just taking too long or what, but not feeling comfortable. McJowers, I actually thought about a Rosarina at the deadline too, but look, I think it worked out. I'm not saying a Rosarina is not a good player. I actually have given him a couple of compliments tonight. I think he's got that it factor. I think, yeah, he's struggling a little bit numbers-wise, but he can put the game on his back at any moment. But I'm okay that we didn't go get him in a season where we didn't even make the playoffs, right? I think that is the deciding factor there. 2 quick strikes, though, on Masterboni. 2 called strikes, so dude must just not be seeing it well. Hasn't gotten the bat off his shoulder yet. Mariners are down to their last strike in this inning. And we're going to get a single. Duran has a cannon. And I thought he got him. He must have just got under the tag, man. I thought he got him. I thought he had him. What a throw by Duran. That's why you got him in the outfield, I guess. I thought he nailed him. A Rosarina doesn't seem quite as hype as he should be. Am I right? He doesn't seem quite as hype as he should be, which tells me this might be an out. I'm just reading body language here. Let's see. Yeah, he's out. He's out. I don't think there's a whole lot of debate there. He's out. I think it got him right on the hand. Let's see. That's close. That's closer than I thought. It's closer than I thought. I think he got him. I thought he got him, man. I don't know. Looks like they got him right before. Right on the shoulder. Here's the angle. That's close. Yes, they're challenging. That's closer than I thought. It might be safe. I want to see the upward angle. It looks like he got him on the back. It really does, Big Game James. It looks like he got him on the back, but it's safe call, so they might get the benefit of that safe call here. It does look like a tap on the back. Right? Yeah, it's so close. I think it's going to stay safe. I think it'll probably stay safe if I had to guess. They keep not showing the downward angle. That's the angle I think you need. I thought he got his shoulder, but that downward angle feels really important. I don't know why they're not showing that. I think MLB has access to it. You're going to see it on the game day, by the way, a little bit earlier. So if you can't bear the wait, game day will probably show it first. What a throw from Duran, man. What a throw. Little high. I mean, a throw on the money, he's out by probably 2 feet. I think they're going to stick with the safe call. That's my guess. But I sure hope they overturn it. It's close. I don't think it's definitive. Call in the field upheld, unfortunately. That is about as close of a play as you're going to see. Looked out in real time. Looked out. It's too close for the overturn. It's just too close. Downward angle did. I saw that just pop up. Looked like they got him. Mike, you would know. You would know, man. Look, it is a little blurry. It's a little blurry on that downward angle. Great game. Rangers still got a shot. Now, here's the tricky part is you had Mastroboni advancing to second base on that throw. And so he's at second right now. So Sean Armstrong got to buckle down here and get this out, man. You cannot make this a 2-run game. You've got to keep it right where it's at. You got to keep it right where it's at. Strike 2 on a foul ball. Sweeper. Perfectly placed on the outer half. Armstrong doing a nice job. Man, what I want to see, and I'm gonna check this out really quick on this pitch. Ball number 1, by the way. You know what I don't like, and you guys on X and YouTube might be able to see this. Why is he throwing Mastroboni a pitch right down the middle on 0-2, right? Right? Why are you throwing right down the middle on 0-2? I just don't get that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, call stands, wasn't confirmed. Josh Smith. Oh my goodness, he did it again. Josh H. Smith. Cannot be stopped, man. Bro cannot be stopped right now. Josh Smith. What a play. Lays out. Fires it over to the first. Excellent PFP. Boom. And we're going to the bottom half. What a play from Josh Smith. Bro is on one tonight. He's on one tonight. What a game from the Rangers Silver Slugger utility, man. What a game. Rangers are going to have Simeon, Garcia, and Carter up. And if anyone gets on after that, our favorite player, Josh Jung, will come up next. Hopefully we can get a 2-run bomb from Simeon and just totally take the drama out of it. That would be preferable. Very, very preferable. Oh, man. What a game, guys. What a game. What a treat. What a treat. Didn't expect this when I hopped on the live tonight. Did not expect this. Whew. Bench, Mike, you're giving a little bit on Josh Jung. I would definitely have no problem putting Smitty at third base here and there. I mean, look, here's a beautiful thing that an angle that I haven't even mentioned. Josh Jung, historically, in his career, rakes against lefties. Could you not sit him against righties occasionally? You play Josh Smith against righties all day long, and he moves down in the order against lefties. So I think that's a pretty natural thing to do if you're not going to send him down, right? It feels pretty on point, honestly. I don't know what their plans are for Jung. I really don't. We'll see. We will see. All right, Corey Seager at second base. Not necessarily the guy you love to have out there, but you know what? We'll take it. He's been running well of late. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Ground ball. Corey Seager's caught in a rundown. Oh, no. Get the second. Get the second. Get the second. Get the second. Thank you. Thank you, Marcus. Good job, Corey, to stay in the rundown. Good job on Siegs to stay in the rundown. Not a great AB from Marcus. At least he got his butt to second base. That was huge. I mean, look, that's a little thing. We like to do this on the show. We get a little nerdy with it, but Corey Seager, obviously in a tough spot. You're getting a good secondary. I wouldn't say it's bad base running on Corey's part. He's taken an aggressive secondary lead, and he just got frozen. But at least he gets in the rundown and allows Marcus to get to second base. That is huge. Ball one, Adolis. Ball one. Oh, my goodness. Feels like forever and a day ago that Nate Eovaldi was in this ball game. Like, seriously. Forever and a day ago that Evo was in this game. Bottom 12. Rangers need a run to keep this one going. Swing and strike. That pitch needs to be sent into the seats. That pitch needs to be, full stop, sent into the seats. Hanging slider up top. Adolis, you got to mash that, son. Come on. Oh. Fastball outside. 2-1 count. Adolis was totally trying to end it right there. Dolly, baby, come on. Come on. Here's the pitch. Foul tip. 97 right down the pipe, man. Dolly has gotten a couple of beautiful pitches to hit. All my people on YouTube and X, you can see what I'm seeing. Bro's gotten a couple of beautiful pitches to hit and just hadn't done anything with it at this point. Here's a ball into the, great play. Luke Raley, line drive, dying liner. Great contact by Adolis, 101 off the bat. Not meant to be. Luke Raley comes up. Not quite as good of a play as what we've seen out of Master Boney and Josh Smith, but still a tough ball. Those liners right at you. Nice play from Luke. Nice play. And the Rangers are down to their last out. Down to their last out. Evan Carter. Come on, Evan. We need you, baby. Evan Carter, they're going to talk about him. Runner on second. Maybe they go to Josh Jung here. Do they walk Carter to get to Josh Jung? Is that what they're thinking about? I don't know. You might be overthinking that one. Evan Carter, definitely a quality bat. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how cute you want to get here, putting the winning run on first base. I'd probably just pitch to him. Carter, definitely a guy with pop. Definitely a guy with pop. We will see what he can do here with the game on the line. Ball one. Yeah, Mike, I'm with you. I think I'd be very tempted to get to Josh Jung here. So maybe the conversation was be careful. We have the not greatest of hitters coming up next. Mariners are 4 for 23 with runners in scoring position. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Pitch two. Nice little backdoor off-speed pitch, and Carter's going to be in a 1-1 count here, right on the black, as you guys can see. Pitch three, we got a ball, 97-mile-an-hour sinker off the plate. Carter doing a nice job. These pitches are not missing by much. Not missing by much. He's doing a nice job laying off and waiting on his pitch. See if he can get one to drive in the gap or out of the ballpark here. I just want to see in-play runs. The real ones will get it. I just want to see in-play runs right now. Come on. Ball four. Well, on pitch number 4. 3-1 count. Sorry to get y'all excited. 3-1. Evan Carter hopefully going to get a good pitch to hit here unless they're doing the pitch around. Looks like Evan is going to walk. So up comes Josh Jung with an opportunity. This is a tough spot for Josh. You're either going to be beloved or you are going to totally get crapped on. Like, you're either going to be the most loved Ranger of the evening or you're going to get totally crapped on after this game. It's just how it's going to go. It's kind of a tough spot. I feel good that he's getting the opportunity to prove himself here, but I feel bad for the guy if he can't connect here. He is going to get a lot of crap if he does not connect on this one. Foul on a ball right down the middle. Like, again, this is my biggest thing with Rangers hitters is they can't hit mistake pitches. That's a mistake pitch. You have got to swing and nail that one out of the ballpark. That is a mistake pitch, man. That's a hanging slider that is there to be sent into the bleachers. Mariners fans, you know I'm right. I mean, that is a hanger. That is a nasty hanger. Now he's going to wave at a fastball up sinker. I know it's not saying fastball. Maybe it does have a little sink on it. Looks like a straight up 98 mile an hour fastball to me. But you know what? I'll trust the advanced stats. 0-2. Josh is going to take a timeout here. Rangers down a run. Down to their last strike. First and second, winning run on first base. And Josh is going to strike out to end the game. Good game, Mariners fans. Good game. That hurts. Hurts. That's all she wrote. Let me turn that off. Now we're going to get into the analysis. Good game. He's going to get lit up tonight. And look, it's not going to be by me. I've said my piece on Josh. I've said my piece on Josh Jung. And I don't need to go on and on. I'm going to leave that to the rest of Rangers Nation. I'm not going to go on and on. But he's going to get totally crapped on. And I'm trying to keep it PG. We got listeners of all types out there, so you're not going to get any of that from me. But he is going to get lit up tonight. 0 for 6. And you lose the game with the strikeout on 3 straight pitches. I mean, that's the thing. 3 straight pitches, bro. And you miss the hanging slider. This is the most I'm going to go in on Josh because I've already said it enough. And I am going to resist the urge because when he hit the home run last game, I had so many people clapping back at me. Oh, dude, I told you. 2 for 4 with the bomb, man. I told you. Like, okay, let's see. 0 for 6, and you lost the game. You could have hit the ball into the freaking upper deck on that first pitch. It's still up there, just haunting me right now. For all y'all on X and YouTube that can see my game day, look at that first pitch. It's an 84 mile an hour center cut, hanging, breaking ball. And you can't do anything with it. You can't punish it. You can't sit back and drive it. This is what is killing the Texas Rangers this year. It's killing us. We cannot punish the mistake pitches. It could be a fastball right down the middle. It could be a 65 mile an hour hanging curveball on a freaking frame on a wall, hanging. And we can't hit it. Or let me put it to you this way. We can't hit it fair. We can't put a good swing on it. I'm just going to leave this here and just let it haunt everybody for the rest of the live. Like, bro, you got an 84 mile an hour pitch right down the pipe. Not even filthy. I've said it before and I will say it again. I don't know why at this point you would not be thinking about a send down. Josh Smith can play third base. Josh Smith is a good player, and I don't think that you need to trade him, cut him, anything crazy. Can we at least get the man a break? Give the man a break. Give him a break. Send him down to AAA. Give him the rest of the weekend off. A break. I'm with you, Scott. Good to see you, bro. Love you, buddy. Dude deserves to get lit up a little bit. He does. A lot, you know how we roll here, right on Rangers. We don't get ugly. There's going to be some people that get ugly. There's going to be some people that get ugly tonight about Josh Jung. And look, if you guys need to let it out, y'all let it out in the comments. It's a safe space. But Josh Jung tonight, I was really cheering for him because, as I said before the at-bat, it's a tough spot for him. He's either going to be the GOAT, like in a good way, or he is going to be totally dumped on. And that's what happened. And that's what's going to happen. Look, it's a tough replay, unfortunately. And I don't even really care about that replay. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to be able to commiserate on the replay. It did look like it was a very close call. I think had the call been out, I don't think it would have gotten overturned. Let me put it to you that way. Do I think that replay is why we lost this game? No, I don't. I don't think it's the reason why we lost this game. I think we lost this game because we can't hit a hanging 84-mile-an-hour slider right down the middle fair. John, it was a lot. It was a lot. Josh came up multiple times with runners in scoring position. And look, I know that this is a little different from team left on base, but it's not going to show it to me anymore. It shows you in the MLB TV app how many players individually a hitter leaves on base. But Josh Jung today, let's see. Runners left in scoring position with 2 outs. Josh Jung had 2. 2 runners left in scoring position with 2 outs. Rangers were 3 for 20 with runners in scoring position and left 13 on base. It was a really pretty bad night for both teams hitting with runners in scoring position. Seattle did not hit well tonight with runners in scoring. Neither did Texas. Neither did Texas. Let me think about this one. I got to detox a little bit from that ugly loss. Let me think about this one. Rocker versus Wu tomorrow. Yep. Castillo versus Leiter. Lucas didn't go well. In my mind, and look, I'm just giving you the raw feedback here, guys. So don't kill me here, but I do go back to Dolly's errors. And I think about the error, the bad throw that Adolis made in the first inning. I go back to a couple of poor defensive plays that kind of cost us runs in this game. That definitely stands out to me. Josh Smith made it seem a lot better with how well he played in the field. And at the end of this game, Josh Smith made it feel a lot better defensively. But Texas did not play a great defensive game tonight. Corey Seager had an error. Dolly had 2 plays. One, I believe, that directly resulted in runs scored. That stands out for me. Of course, 3 for 20 stands out too. But the defense, it just was not on point. And look, that bad throw from Adolis, it's almost kind of the difference in this ball game, isn't it? It's the difference in this ball game. We keep going. By the way, I know I've missed a bunch of y'all, so definitely want you to get comments in if I missed it. Let's get to y'all's comments. Yep, Seager was in the mix with the bad defense for sure. We did bunt with Zeke Duran. I was a little bit curious that they didn't go back to it, but it's like we've talked about with Marcus Semien up, you're just not going to see the Rangers bunt. You're not going to see them bunt with Semien, Garcia. So, look, Caden, I totally understand the frustration, and I'm a small ball guy myself, but I cannot see the Rangers ever taking the bat out of like Marcus Semien or Adolis Garcia's hands. Yeah, Scott? It's a good point. The comment is from YouTube, Seager, bases loaded. You had a shot with your best hitter up, and the contact wasn't great. Rangers almost got really lucky here. I'm going to give Evo a pass, Mike. I'm going to give Evo a pass. He didn't have a rehab stint. I did tell y'all in the Discord, I told y'all in the Discord, Evo does not pitch well against Seattle. Evo, these numbers are going to sound made up, but they're not. Evo's thrown, I believe, 19 and a third innings against Seattle in his last 5 starts. And I believe he's given up like 20 or 21 earned runs. Again, 19 innings, 20 or 21 earned runs for Nate Eovaldi in his last 5 starts against Seattle. He does not pitch great against Seattle. So I didn't feel great about Evo coming into the game tonight. I knew that he was not going to pitch a lot. I knew he was only going to be going a few. But it's just tough for me to blame a guy who just missed a month of baseball. Really tough for me to go there. But I get it. Unfortunate that he is not able to give you a little bit of a better performance early. Keep going. Rangers are useless. Hey, it was a good game. Just sucks that they took the L. Nate, what's up, buddy? I would have loved to have won this game too, man. This was a game you really wanted to win. Evan saving a homer was great. Look, I am going to say this. Unfortunately, and you guys saw what I was doing with Josh Smith making some of those plays. The end of the game was great defensively for Texas, and it was really Josh Smith leading the charge. But unfortunately, the way it goes in baseball, it doesn't matter if you have a few nice plays. If you make any errors in this game at the major league level, it's just not going to go well. So anybody trying to play the game of, yeah, but we had some nice plays later on, Evan Carter, and then, Josh Smith, I would probably cut you off there and say, you're not supposed to make any errors at the major league level. You're not supposed to make any. So it's not a balancing out thing. Well, yeah, but we had some nice plays later. That's not how it goes in Major League Baseball. In Major League Baseball, you give up a total of 0 errors. That's the expectation. Anybody trying to tell you something different, I don't like to say, like, you don't know ball, but because it's overused and I don't like it. I think it just discredits good arguments at the end of the day. If I come up with a better argument, I don't want to get off on that, but you got to know baseball a little bit better. It's not a game where you're allowed 2 or 3 errors, and if you make a couple of nice plays later, then the mistakes you already made get wiped out. It's just not how it goes in the sport. So I can't go there with anybody who is trying to say, yeah, but on the errors. No, you can make 0 errors in a major league game. Wrong, Josh starting third. Yeah, unfortunately, Josh Jung is going to be the hot topic after the game today. And he needs to be. He needs to be. It's not a great effort from him tonight, 0 for 6. And you know what I really don't understand? And I know he's already hitting, 7th? I know he's hitting 7th. I think you need to hit him just about as low as you can go. I mean, Osuna, I'd probably rather have in front of Jung right now. Honestly. I'd rather have Osuna in front of Josh Jung. Great game. Hate that it had to end this way. Somebody's got to lose a baseball game like this. We got a quick turnaround tomorrow. Tonight, you look at the scoreboard. Just try and recap it before I get back to comments and questions. Josh Smith, player of the game for Texas. Josh Smith, definitely player of the game for Texas. 2 hits. Defense was on point. Scored 2 runs tonight. Was on base 3 times out of a total of 6 plate appearances. Josh Smith, great game. He is a huge difference maker for the Rangers. In the bullpen, probably can't lock in on one guy. Super awesome, but I will say Milner, Martin, Garcia, Jackson, I thought that they all did an outstanding job. Even Armstrong. Look, it's not easy pitching in extra innings. I thought the pitching really beyond Evo, who was not himself tonight, was outstanding. But got to go Josh Smith, player of the game. We already talked about team runners in scoring position. We talked about left on base. And at this point, we got to flush this one, and we got to start previewing the game tomorrow. Josh Smith was great. Jung might need the Garcia treatment. You know, if Chris Jung is going to come out and blast Adolis Garcia, and I've said this before, if Chris Jung is going to come out and blast Dolly and say production over pedigree, y'all remember that when he went on 105.3 and he said, we're going to go with production. We're going to go with production with Adolis. And he basically said Dolly hasn't been having a good season. So I don't really understand how you can say that about Adolis, but you don't apply it evenly across the board to Josh Jung. Josh Jung has been terrible for over a month now. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's been terrible for over a month now. It's time for production over pedigree to matter. And I've already put out a video recently on this, so I'm not going to triple down on it, but it's got to matter. It has to matter at some point. You puffed out your chest on production over pedigree with Adolis Garcia. You've got to do the same thing with Josh Jung. Duran's throw, that was an awesome throw. Look, I still don't love him playing left field. It's nice looking at the cannon of an arm he's got from left, but I just think it's a lot more than having a cannon arm out in the outfield. It's good angles, good reads. I don't love it. Don't love it. Yeah, Rangers needed to win this game. Gio, we were 3 for 20, though. So you go 3 for 20, it's not going to go great either. There is. I would totally disagree. Raj, with that comment, I would totally disagree. The comment was we had depth behind Adolis. We've got depth at third base. Josh Smith can play third base. You can put Ezekiel Duran at first. So the depth thing, I'm not buying that. You've got Josh Smith who you can play at third base. You can go ahead and you can move Ezekiel Duran to first. You play Carter, you play Osuna, and obviously you play Adolis out in the outfield. And then you get Swaggerty in at DH. Or you move Adolis to DH. Basically, you DH one of the outfielders every game. So anybody that's saying that you can't bench him because there's no depth, I don't agree. You can bench Josh Jung, move Josh Smith to third, move Duran to first, and then you've got the 4 outfielders, Osuna, Carter, Garcia, and Swaggerty. DH one of them. It's really not complicated. Cody Freeman, look, he wasn't on the 40-man, and Hellman was, so that's the whole reason why Hellman gets the call-up. Give Hellman a shot. Shoot. Give him a shot. Yeah, I don't love Higgy. Gio, this is a good point. I don't love Higgy not ever bunting. I think your catcher, who can't really hit that great, needs to know how to bunt. Totally. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Want to say a special thank you again to all my paid subscribers and members, paid subscribers on TikTok. I saw a bunch of y'all hanging out in the chat. Thank you. Discord was fire today, but unfortunately it just doesn't go our way. And then thank you to all my paid members on YouTube as well. Look, the likes, the follows, the shares, the comments, we appreciate all the support. About a month ago, I set up a subscription service, $2.99 a month. If you want to take your support of Ride on Rangers to the next level, goes to support me and the content that I make here at the channel. And again, if you want to hit that subscribe button right next to the chat, that's how you do it. I'll get you into our Ride on Rangers exclusive Discord channel. It's awesome. It's a great community of people. And if you are on YouTube, I'll drop the link for you guys in the chat as well. Again, $2.99 a month. We'll get you in. I know $2.99 is $2.99. So totally don't take that for granted. And just know, either way, appreciate the support. It comes in many different forms, and we definitely do not look aside to any of it. Means a lot. So thank you for your support. We keep going. Berger is hurt right now. So that's why he is not really that active in the discussion. He's hurt, probably coming back soon. And then it gets even easier to bench Josh Jung. Berger could play third base if you wanted him to, but I still think you probably go Berger first, Josh Smith third. We'll see what they decide to do. Justin Foscue could play. Thank you. Josh May, yes, sir. Unhappy Friday, yeah. For Rangers fans, unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately, it is. All right, let's look at, let me scroll a little bit here. Let's look at some games around the league. What have we got here? We have got, let's see, the Angels losing. That's good, 10-9 to Washington, but still bottom of the 7th. We have Houston beating the Cubs 7-4. That's unfortunate. Boston lost. That's a good thing for wild card purposes. Kansas City lost. That's another good thing for wild card purposes. And the A's lost 3-0. So look, if you're going to lose a game, not the worst day to lose in terms of the wild card, but of course with the Mariners ahead of you in the wild card race, still not ideal. Still not ideal. JD Martinez did get an offer put in. I don't really know where he would fit in this order. Might just kind of be a situation where you figure that out later just to get offense into the building. But we'll see what they decide to do there. Kumar Rocker, by the way, going next time. Kumar has pitched against Seattle. Didn't he make his MLB debut against Seattle? Am I getting that wrong? I think I'm right on that. I think he made his MLB debut against the Mariners way back when. That was last year at the end of the year, I believe. So tomorrow, Rangers looks like have not officially announced Rocker. So we don't see him quite yet on MLB.com. I think he's listed on ESPN. But Kumar Rocker against the Mariners. Let me see if I can pull it up, what the numbers were. And then we are going to end the show on that note. A little bit less post-game tonight just because we went so long on the in-game. Let's see, Rocker versus Seattle here. 2 games. He's pitched 2 games. One was his debut. 4 innings, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. That was a great debut. He did pitch in 2025 once in one of the, I believe, in the away series. 3 1/3, 4 runs allowed, 3 earned. So a little more shaky in the 2025 outing, unfortunately. Hopefully he will be on tomorrow. He does look to be the probable starter on ESPN at least. So we'll see what ends up happening. At this point, we'll look over comments, questions. Oh, good. Y'all could actually keep up with me and what I'm looking up. That's great. That's awesome. That actually works out perfect. I wish I could do that for TikTok too. I explain. I use a program that helps me set up all the ticker and all the stuff on screen, but it doesn't work for TikTok, unfortunately. So y'all just get to have it kept simple. I've been a Rangers fan probably 25 plus years, right around the turn of the century, like late 90s, right around 2000, kind of like, I think like 98, 99-ish. Appreciate the follow, by the way, Adrian. Thank you so much. All right, let me look over comments. Drop your comment if I missed it. Drop that comment, and I'll make sure I get to it. Mike, you'd love to see JD Martinez in a Ranger uni. Okay. Look, I'm open to it. Again, just get offense in the building, right? Remember when the Rangers, Gio, were like undefeated in 1-run games? And then they like lost. They were like 6-0 or 7-0 in 1-run games. And then they lost like 6 or 7 in a row. Now they're 13-14. How about that? JM, appreciate the follow, man. Rangers are too soft on Wyatt and Jung when they're bad. Hard Chuck, you bring up a decent point. I do wonder, when are they going to start showing some tough love to those guys? I don't know. The Marlins. Yeah, the Marlins. Look, I've got a soft spot for Miami. Grandparents lived there for a long time. Been to a number of Marlins games. I feel for the Marlins and their fans. They deserve better than what they're getting. Keep going. At least y'all got a couple World Series. I will say that. Coolest Rangers memorabilia that I have. That's a really tough one. I've got a signed Jim Sundberg bobblehead. Some of y'all might not know Jim Sundberg, legendary catcher for the Rangers. But I've got a bobblehead signed by him that I don't have out here. It's in the house in a nice place. Maybe I'll bring it out eventually to the studio, but that's probably the best thing I got. Jim Sundberg, signed bobblehead. It's pretty cool. All right. Is Seattle a good team? Yes, they're a good quality team for sure. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Top 3 baseball movies. Oh my gosh. Major League got to be up there. I mean, I'm not going to be reinventing the wheel here. Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, probably right off the cuff. Deep Cut would be a little nerdy, but Angels in the Outfield, Deep Cut. Grew up on that. Angels in the Outfield, man. That one's got a star-studded cast too. But look, those are probably the 4 that I like the best. What's the other? Costner's done so many. What's the one where he pitches for the Tigers? Why am I blanking on that one? What's the one where Costner pitches for the Tigers? That one's okay. I think it's a little bit too non-baseball focused, but I like it overall. But whatever that one is, the one where Kevin Costner is like throws the perfect game for the Tigers. Help me out if y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, it's been a long day, and I think it's probably good to flush out this one and move on to tomorrow. I thank you guys for hanging out. It was a great show. Really, really great show. For love of the game, thank you. For love of the game. Appreciate you, Tejano Country. Thank you, Rick. Jung is cooked, maybe. Look, we've got to figure out what to do with Josh Jung for sure. Moneyball's a good one. Moneyball is a good one. Sandlot's classic. There's so many, man. There's so many, honestly. I really can't even pick a top 3. Moneyball is great. I do like Moneyball a lot. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. We're going to get through this. Tomorrow's a new day. Sun comes up. What to do with Josh Jung. Josh Smith played great. Sad to waste the performance he had tonight. I'd love to be going off on how awesome Josh Smith is. Unfortunately, we don't get to do that quite as much when we take an L like this. Kumar Rocker tomorrow. 61 is your favorite? Okay. There you go. Some of these I hadn't taught out in a while. Eric, yes, we can send him down. Young's got 3 minor league options left. The animated movie. 42 is a good one. 42 is a good one. Bozeman, right? Chadwick Boseman, man. They rest in peace. 42 is a good one. All right, y'all. We're going to get off. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. We hope that we can be talking to you under better circumstances tomorrow. Come hang out. Afternoon game. So we'll be going a little bit earlier. Blade, I'd send him down for a reset as well. Thank you for the comment, man. Good to see you. I think that's what they probably need to do, but he'll probably be in the lineup tomorrow hitting like 5th or 6th. That's how it goes. Right? Am I right? That's how it goes. Josh Jung will be hitting 5th or 6th tomorrow probably because the Rangers. Oh, you got to laugh. At some point, you got to laugh, man. All right. You guys have a good rest of the Friday night. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.